Jim Powers with MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Nation, and hope everybody's doing well and everything's going as well as can be expected with all the stuff going on around the country and here in the St. Louis metro area. But a lot of great things going on at Maryville. And for those that haven't heard yet, we have a brand new men's basketball coach, and he's no stranger to Maryville. He's no stranger to the Great Lakes Valley Conference. He's been an assistant coach up at UMSL for many years. Jesse Shaw's our new head coach. And Jesse, first off, congratulations. Welcome to Maryville. And how excited are you to take over this program right now?
Well, first of all, I appreciate you having me on, and I can't begin to describe how excited I am to lead this men's basketball team and to be a part of this university. I think that there's a great opportunity here to take Maryville basketball to another level, and I'm hoping that I can be the right guy to do that.
Talk a little bit about your background. Obviously, you've been with Bob Sunvold for the last bunch of years up at UMSL, but tell folks that may not know about you, where you've been, what you've done, and how you've gotten to this spot.
Yeah, well, yes, I've been with Coach Sunvold over at UMSL for the last 4 years. This last year, we won the GLVC regular season overall championship, tied with Truman, and it was the first time in the history of the school that had been accomplished. So that was a really exciting thing, and it was a process. 4 years ago, when we got there, we slowly added pieces and figured each other out. And Coach Gauthier from Webster Groves High School came in the same time I did, and we figured Coach Sunvold out, he figured us out, and brought some pieces in and worked on them and tinkered with things. And 4 years later, we're cutting the nets down at the end of the regular season. And then we made it to the championship game of the GLVC tournament. And we're the 3 seed in the region tournament. It was the first NCAA tournament since the 80s at UMSL, and that obviously got taken away with the coronavirus. But I think we're on course to set most every record for the season this year. And the year before, we won 20 games. It was the first time since the 90s that had happened, and it was a process. It took a lot of work, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and we're really proud of what we accomplished there. And I feel like I contributed, a good chunk to that. So I came to Maryville from Pratt Community College, which is a Division I junior college in Kansas, a member of the Jayhawk Conference. I was a head coach there for 5 years, and I was an assistant 3 years before that. And what's interesting about my time as a head coach at Pratt Community College is I took over a team that had a bad season, and I was a part of that as an assistant coach. For some reason, my AD gave me an opportunity to lead the team, and 3 years later, we won the region championship and had 3 straight 21 seasons. And my last year, we had the best record on the east side of the Jayhawk for the first time since the 80s. So had a lot of success there, and my 3 years as assistant coach, we did a good job. We had 2 18-win seasons, and then we had that down year my last year as an assistant. But before that, I was a graduate assistant at Emporia State University, which is a Division II school, about 1 hour and 15 southwest of Kansas City. I was there for 2.5 years. We had a nice run there. The last time Emporia State made the NCAA tournament, I was on the bench, and we last time Emporia State played in the MIAA tournament championship game, I was on the bench, and I'm really proud of what we did there. I went to Emporia State with Coach Ben McCollum, who is the head coach at Northwest Missouri State right now. For those that don't know, Northwest Missouri State has won 2 out of the last 4 national championships. They were the #1 team in the nation this year going into the NCAA tournament. Obviously, I think us at UMSL, we're going to get them, but they were the #1 overall. They were 31-1. They were favorites to win their 3rd national championship in 4 years, and that's who I went to Emporia State with. That's a good friend of mine who I played with, and that's where I played at Northwest Missouri State. Played with Ben. I played for Coach Steve Tatmeyer, who's a Hall of Fame coach in this state and known nationally on this level. And played for him for 4 years. We won 2 region championships, 2 conference tournament championships, and 1 regular season championship. And my last semester there, I was a strength and conditioning coach while I was finishing up my student teaching. I'm a PE major, physical education, and finished up that before I went to Emporia State. And then originally I'm from Lincoln, Nebraska, born and raised. I was born a Husker fan, and and went to Lincoln East High School, and my last year won a state championship there before I took off for Northwest Missouri. And I got a wife. I met her at Emporia State. She's from the Kansas City area, Olathe, and two beautiful daughters, Harmony, 6, and Avery's 4. And my family, my mom and dad and brother and sister are still living in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Well, they're going to be making a lot of road trips here to St. Louis to see you coach, obviously. But,
Oh, yeah.
you know, one of the big things is the vision. And what is your vision for the Maryville men's basketball program moving forward? And what are some of your immediate plans to get things going, especially with some of the different things that we've got to do differently now? Like we're doing this via Zoom instead of sitting in our team room and the backdrop and all that kind of stuff. But I'm sure there's going to be some differences in how you're going to approach some things right out of the gate.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, in terms of my vision for the program, I think it all starts with the people. Having hired assistant coaches before and evaluated talent for a long time, I think that's the number one thing is getting the right people in the program, getting the right assistant coaches, getting the right players to add to the pieces that we have coming back. I've been in the process of reaching out to the players. I've been excited for this young core. Honestly, when I saw them out in Ohio, we played in the same classic in Tiffin, Ohio, and I watched the Saints' first game of the year this year, and we sat there and we talked in the stands, and we thought, hey, Maryville's got some nice young pieces, and I didn't think that I would be sitting here today with the opportunity to coach those young pieces. And I've been talking to those guys, and I've been telling them that I'm really excited about the opportunity to work with them, and I think that's the foundation is those returners. And then I think we got to go out this summer and start adding the right fits to go around them. And my vision is I don't really want to sell anything short. I want to be successful on the court, and I want guys that are successful in the classroom, and I want guys that are enjoyable to be around on the campus and in the community. I think that you can have all those things. I thought we had a good I thought our team this year at UMSL was extremely fun to be around. People liked them, and we produced on the court. And my friend Coach McCollum at Northwest Missouri State, I think he's doing the same thing up there, and I don't see why it can't be done at Maryville. So that's kind of my vision, is to get the right people in terms of like a playing style. Really, like I like getting up and down. I like motion offense, and then I like attacking mismatches and ball screens. So those are kind of the things I do. X's and O's wise, I've been a man defensive coach. Is usually what I like to run defensively and like to play hard. I think people identify with teams that play hard and dive on the floor and fly around, and I just don't think there's any substitute for that on the defensive end. Where I change is mostly on the offensive end with the personnel and what we have and what we need to use.
No doubt about it. And one of the things that I know you are a big proponent of it is, the St. Louis guys, keeping that recruiting base, here in the general area and then kind of expanding out. And I'm sure that's kind of the direction you're looking to go when it comes to recruiting some of the high school guys and some of the JUCO guys.
Absolutely. I think with the population base, the metro area is a little bit under 3 million people, and I just don't think that we can ignore that. I think that there's always some kids that fall through the cracks right in our backyard, and at UMSL, that's one thing we did. We had about a third of our team from St. Louis, and then we had 4 guys from the metro area, and then 1 guy from Springfield, Illinois. And that's something that I would like to bring and continue at Maryville. I just think that there's too many kids here to not look at them and give them a good shot. The defensive player of the year in the GLVC conference was from Westminster High School, redshirt sophomore Steve Webb. And I just think there's guys like that are getting overlooked for whatever reason, and we plan to look for them and try to find them and get them signed up. But then after that, I have a lot of connections in the junior college area. At UMSL, we had a number of junior college kids, and a few of them were really big pieces on our team this year. And I plan on looking in that direction and looking in every direction, whether it be prep school, 4-year transfers, Division I transfers, Division II transfers. If the NAI guys leaving and we find out about it, I plan on looking under every rock to find the right guys that are fun to be around and enjoyable to coach, and also produce on the court and in the classroom.
Absolutely. So final question, what is your message for all the Maryville basketball fans and Maryville University students? What do you want to leave them with as we get started on this journey?
I just want them to know that we're going to work every single day to put a product on the floor that they'll enjoy watching, and something that they'll identify with as people. We're going to go to work, and we're going to dive on loose balls, and we're going to get down and play defense, and we're going to share the basketball. And I think it's going to be fun for people to come out and watch on a Thursday and Saturday in January or February.
Absolutely. Well, we're so excited to have you, Jesse. It's going to be a lot of fun, and can't wait till we can actually be in the office. We can sit down and chat a little bit more, and we have our weekly interviews during the season and all that stuff. But I know everybody at Maryville is excited to have you on board with us.
Well, I don't think anybody's more excited than me, and I can't wait to get in the office and actually see some people in the flesh and start talking a little basketball. So it'll be fun.
No doubt about it. Thanks so much for the time, Jesse. We appreciate it.
All right, Jim, no problem. Thanks.
Jesse Shaw, the new head basketball coach at Maryville University, and it's an exciting time. Even though we can't be on campus, still doing a lot of great things to, better our athletic program and better a lot of things at the university. We're going to keep you updated on all those great things on our website, MaryvilleSaints.com, and also doing a lot more coaches interviews throughout the next couple months via Zoom on Saints Vision. For Coach, I'm Jim Powers. Thanks so much for tuning in to MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision. Have a great week. And as always, go Saints.